rant.
Just rants. We just
because
catalog.
Because I was watching Sailor Moon Crystal last night, and when I told you I had a rant, I'm sure you didn't think it was gonna be about fucking Sailor Moon.
I did not.
But let me explain this shit, okay? All right. One, I like Sailor Moon the show. Now the main character Usagi, I fucking hate Usagi. And I'm gonna tell you why. Her American name is Serena. She's a fucking crybaby. Let me just start with that. Okay? She's 14 and a crybaby. Okay? Now hold on. Well, let me get to the terrible part here. All right? We meet Mamo-chan, also known as Darien Tuxedo Mask. This fucking ass. But that's beside the point. Mm-hmm. Okay? He is college age. Okay? Mm-hmm. And they are dating, they get together, whatever. Now, first off, we're not even gonna talk about that. The age of consent in Japan is 13. I'm mind my business. Here's what has me. At some point, okay, I'm not gonna say spoiler alert because Sailor Moon came out in the 90s. At some point, they go to the future and they bring back Chibiusa, Rini-chan, or whatever, this little girl who was their future daughter. Here's my biggest beef. Like, because when she shows up there, like, for some odd reason, Serena hasn't figured out that she is her future daughter, but whatever. Oh, okay. But when they figure it out, she has this weird complex for Tuxedo Mask. He was her future father. So I'm like watching a movie last night, and they're all like they decide to spend the night at Darien's house, which I feel like is inappropriate because your daughter is 14. Why spend the night? He's got his own apartment. Okay, so there's no discrepancy. This man is over 18 because he's in college. Has to be. But they fucking, like, and deadass Rini goes, oh, I wish that I was a grown woman so Mamo-chan could see me as a woman. Girl, no, because that's your daddy. And you know it's your daddy at this point. So what
wait.
Yeah, So the future child has a complex for her father.
Oh, okay. I thought...
It's super fucking weird. And then Serena's like, too bad he's your future dad. And she's like, too bad. I'm like, no, not too bad. Like, this is not why and why. Like, as well as too, I'm trying to figure out why they both didn't think that they were each other's, like, they were together and each other's whatever. Like, first off, I'm not fighting for my husband's attention romantically with my daughter. Okay? I'm not doing that. Because if that's happening, then I have several questions. I have way too many questions about what's going on and why. Like, because what are you doing? Yeah. Okay? Like, what have you done to my daughter to make her think anything romantic is going on? Okay? At all. Secondly,
why did they bring back their future daughter?
She got here by accident and she went to find Usagi immediately. It's just that, like, and Usagi's the only meatball head bitch in the whole fucking show. So I'm like, how you not know that was your future mama in the first place is crazy to me. Like, in general. But the fact that she's, like, lusting, this 8-year-old is just, like, one day...
Hot
like,
and ready, hot and bothered by her father.
Like, why are you a CC's Pizza at this man's doorstep? And who did it and why? As well as how naked everybody is in this goddamn series. Like, I love Sailor Moon, and honestly...
But wait, don't she... Well, she don't know her dad in the future or something?
She does. That's why I'm like,
I mean, you had this complex already.
I'm so worried. Like,
what was y'all doing in the future?
And I don't think anything, because Darien's a decent, you know what? I don't know he's a decent human being. He's dating a 14-year-old. Yeah. And I don't even know if they're really dating for real as much. Like, and Serena's like the fucking worst. Because at some point, she fucking got mad that Darien forgot her birthday. That's what I talked about this on Weeb Wednesday once. She got mad that Darien forgot her birthday or whatever, but then realized that they never told each other their birthday. So she full on, it looks like this glass slipper. It's like, oh my God, Darien, I love it. And he's like, oh, okay. She's like, you should buy it for me. And he like, why? And she like, cuz. And he like, something going on. And she like, oh my God, you asshole. And like smacks this man in public in front of everybody to see, just embarrasses this man and runs off like, oh my God. And like goes to her girlfriend, Sailor Squaws, and she like, oh my God, dear, you forgot my birthday. He ain't shit. And then Sailor Mars is like, did Darien know it was your birthday? And she was like, what you mean? And she like, when is Darien's birthday? And she like, I don't know. She like, so why the fuck would you expect him to know your birthday? You don't know his. And she like, you know what? I ain't think about it that way. I'm like, this is why you need to stay your ass in the house.
You know what's so sad about that? That's probably happened multiple times to some young men in real life.
Absolutely.
Because that's why they wrote about it.
Because, listen.
It's okay.
Sailor Moon is a great show for female empowerment. Like at some point, I feel like, cause I sent like I sent like books to my cousin last night. It was like I know it's 1 a.m, but this meatball head bitch done got me on one again today. Like, cause I just get so irritated. I love Sailor Moon, and I know that she could possibly, more than likely, be Goku. I said what I said, but also,
And
the whole power of the moon.
It could be Goku. It was a.
It's good.
It was a.
It's good in my heart.
It was they had to they sparred. So pretty much throughout the Dragon Ball movie, like in the beginning you see Broly, Vegeta, Goku training with Beerus and Whis and all.
Okay.
So then it goes, okay, you two have a sparring match, right?
Yeah.
No transformations, no key blast,
right.
Straight up
just
fight.
Just sparring. All right.
So Goku started getting a little, because Vegeta wanted to practice something that Jiren was doing. He was able to use like his full power off instinct type, like a kind of like a ultra instinct type situation. So, and he was like he remained calm the whole time and was able to use his full strength at all times.
Yeah, without having to do any
without getting
stuff.
tired, without. So he like, yeah, you know what I'm saying. I'm channeling that. You know what I'm saying. I'm working on that.
Right.
And so Goku turned up in the fight. He like, hold on, nigga, you going a little too high back.
Yeah.
So then the fight, boom. Then you don't see them again till like the end of the movie. The rest is focused on Piccolo and all that.
Right.
So at the end of the movie, they both tired as hell. Vegeta hit him like one more time. Goku hit the ground, was like, you won.
Right.
Then Vegeta hit the ground, was like, finally.
Yeah.
So I was like, hey.
Finally? Because Vegeta really is, and I'm gonna keep saying what I said, okay? Vegeta is top tier. Always has been, always will be. I'm waiting on Bakugo to beat Midoriya's ass still.
So, but they say, they said the arc they coming out with is gonna be more focused on Gotenks and Trunks and
good.
Pretty much not so heavily. I mean, granted, it's probably gonna the first part when they get through because they gotta merge the movie.
Yeah,
makes sense. The current arc of Dragon Ball. So
makes sense.
After they merge that, then that's when they'll probably get into more of the Trunks focus.
Good.
Pan can fly. Okay. He found out how to fly at the end of the movie.
That makes sense.
Piccolo was training. But Piccolo blew down. He was like, all right, I'll go pick her up from school. Cool. He was like, what Gohan doing? He was like, he in there working. Hold on. Bro, what you doing? Huh? I done found he done found like a Super Saiyan beetle or something. Piccolo like, so you mean to tell me you doing this and you can't kick it with your daughter? You ain't even trained. When the last time you trained? Matter of fact, put your armor on. Yeah. You gonna work in this. Yeah. He was like, you're weak.
Because Piccolo is his dad.
Because Pan brought it up, like, didn't you say, like, if my pops at one time could have been, like, stronger than granddad? He like, yeah, one time, if he really wanted to. Yeah, like, he could have been the strongest nigga around this bit. Yeah. But, he tightened up. Piccolo played a role later. He like, look, we trying to turn up. I'm gonna leave. Cause he a bitch ass nigga. We gotta get that bitch ass nigga up out of him.
I don't know, and I'm so mad that they calm Gohan down so much. Like that's so. But I also think about it too because it makes me laugh a bit because Piccolo mentions, or Piccolo's like, Vegeta mentions that they like strong-willed women. That's just in their blood, like, and. If you look at the way Videl used to be, she was just like Chi-Chi, which I thought was like super funny. And it actually makes me laugh because I think my dad used to always tell me this funny joke about the way women talk to men. And like he said that there's a man in the grocery store and the woman's like berating her husband or boyfriend, whoever he is. And the man like listening to it goes, how would you feel if a woman talked to your son that way? And she was like, well, that would never happen. And he's like, you don't see the connection here. Like, see how you wouldn't like that? Imagine how this man's mama feels about the way you talk to him. Right. But it's just something to be said because obviously, like, Gohan watched his mother do all this stuff to his dad. I mean, it kept the household running. Yeah. So you see, like, because you can't have two lackadaisical parents. Yeah. Like, somebody has to be the person that has to be, like, someone. Right. Chi-Chis are required. Yeah. Bomas are required. And I feel like that's something, too, that people don't like to have have a conversation about. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And it's funny because it even rubbed off on Krillin. Because look at 18.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. But I think the thing that comes with it is that when you have a strong, I think it's because having a strong-willed woman means you can trust the house. Like they know, like Goku's like, if I die, everybody will be fine.
Right.
Like Goku is never really worried about what'll happen to his family, if he dies.
Because he like, nigga, you pull up on Chi-Chi if you want to.
That's what I'm saying. Like I feel
run
like
up if you want to.
Like, and I feel like Vegeta has the same like that fuck around, find out attitude.
The more you fuck around,
like
the more you see. She slapped Beerus.
Yeah, listen, like, and she had no fear behind it, and she was like,
and she still be talking to him crazy too. Like,
absolutely, absolutely. She like, I did all this over pudding. For real? Like, this is really how y'all got down? Like, and I think there's something to be said about that too, because Bulma like knew. I mean, the fact that your husband is bending over backwards for this man, you must know that he's strong. But you like, you know what? I've had it. My husband bent over backwards for you, and you still broke my shit up. Like
you know, he might be shook, but I don't know you, so I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, like, and I feel like that's a lot of women in the whole. Like, I feel like that's just our gender, because it's kind of like. You know what?
I see the video. He was like, be practicing just in case my girl gets me for some bullshit.
Let me tell you, I work very hard not to get my husband into shenanigans. But what I will say, though, is that I don't expect my husband to fight my battles for me. I'm not interested in fighting men. I work very hard not to tussle with niggas. Like, and the reason why is because I'm a female, I'm a lady. Right. I really shouldn't be fighting men. That's just in general, because like you could tell I was paid to fight a female, whatever. People talk crazy all the time. But I don't ever say, my man about to pull up. No, me and you about to throw hands. And if he pull up and you get your ass beat, it's on you. Like, but I also, on the same token, I cannot stand when people talk crazy to my husband. I don't care who you are. When you talk loud to my husband, now I gotta come ruin your day. Because, and I feel like people be like, oh, because you don't like anyone talking to him because you want to talk to him like that. Like, no, I don't want anyone talking crazy to him like that.
But it's one of those, it's always, that's the non-confrontational one, and that's the confrontational.
Absolutely.
It's always the balance. Sometimes the female non-confrontational, they do be like, hey, nigga, I'll bust your motherfucking head.
Absolutely. And you know what's funny, though? We trade off and being non-confrontational. Yeah. I'm very non-confrontational about certain things, and he like, you want me to say something? And I'm like, I mean, are you going to say something? Like... You're like, if you want me to, I will.
Yeah, because listen, I ain't know nothing make a female angrier than her man food get mad. Dudes, we eat anything, so it's like...
Because why are you letting it happen?
Because it's like, I mean, I don't care. I'm just hungry, like...
No, you're right. You're right. I have found... I'm a picky eater. And we all know this, because I'm very open about my picky eater.
It was one time, like, we went to McDonald's, right?
Yeah.
Her pop was filled up all the way.
And yours wasn't. Why would
and
they
I'm
do that?
like, it's whatever. It's
no,
just
you
juice.
Paid for the whole pot.
She like, turn this motherfucker around.
Because you paid for the whole pot.
And it's like, bro, it's fine.
No,
like,
you paid for the whole pot.
I'm not that pressed about this.
But you should be. Because you paid
about
for
this 5 cent worth of pop I'm not getting.
You paid your nickel and you need your nickel.
And she ready to tear up the whole motherfucking spot.
What I have found out is that, so you know I'm a picky eater, I'm loud about it, right? My husband is just as much as a picky eater as I am. He'll just sit through it. That's just what it is. He will eat a full-on meal knowing damn well he don't like it, won't eat it.
And also, we have it burned in our heads also, because it's just like, don't send that motherfucker back. Because I don't know how I'm getting it back.
It depends. No, it depends. If you send something back politely, you can get anything done. Like when at McDonald's, if I say no ice, if I shake the cup, I go, I'm sorry, I said no ice. And they'll go, oh, okay, and then they'll fix it.
Yeah, but still, but you think that, but it can still be fuck this bitch ass nigga at the end of the day, because it still could be busy back there. So like working in restaurants when it's busy, the littlest remake can fuck up everything. So it could still be like, granted, you might have been nice about it, but to them it's still fuck you, nigga.
It depends on what. Also, the fix is like if I say no tomato, no lettuce, and then I get the burger and it's got tomato and lettuce on it, I'll just take them off.
Right.
I'm not making you remake a full burger for that. But if I said like no sauce on the salmon, and there's I'm like, is there?
And then sometimes we accept it because it's like, you know what, I could fuck with this. It's not what I wanted, but I could get down with it.
And that's fine. too. But it's the full on. We had a whole conversation about cake, right? My husband had been eating birthday cake for years, even though he didn't like it. So I was like, why do you continue to eat birthday cake on your birthday? You don't like birthday cake. And he
I'm like,
cake's for everybody. I was like, that doesn't matter.
No, I get that. Like, okay, if it's for like everybody else to enjoy and you'll take a slice just to be nice, I understand that. Because it's like for the people.
Hard pass. It's your birthday.
I get that. But I mean, even if I didn't like cake, I understand y'all people came to kick it with me. So this is more so like for everybody. We all to enjoy.
Hard pass.
I hear you. You're selfish. That's your problem.
You're correct. I put up a whole tizzy. I was like,
and then it's like, but the thing is, and then it's like, it's probably not that hard to suffer through because he not gonna get the biggest slice. Like I said, it's more so for his birthday parties are meant. Yeah, it's celebrating you, but it's also meant for everyone to.
You are correct, Shorty. But I don't get the cake I like on my goddamn birthday.
Then you get the. I'm not saying not get the cake you like. I would say get the most tolerable cake for you. Like, we gonna get this cake. I'm gonna get a little piece to be nice because thank you whoever provided. But everybody else go crazy.
I get him pound cakes every year now. That's what he likes.
There you go. That works.
I think it's ridiculous though.
It's good for everybody.
He was willing to sit.
Now, him sitting through a cake he didn't like.
That's what I'm saying.
That's wild.
That's
because I'm at least request a cake that I like or dislike the least.
That's what I'm saying. Like I literally would be sitting there every year and be like, I don't eat birthday cake.
Because
like, you don't eat it.
Because when you think about it, I don't want nobody to go to a birthday party. There ain't no type of cake there. It's like, nigga, why am I here? Like I'm that guy. Ain't no cake.
See, and that's why my feelings was hurt for him though. But I'm finding
a cupcake, a pie, something.
I'm finding that the fun thing with just guys in general. I'm learning a lot about genders these last couple weeks, guys. Like I'm finding that y'all are just willing to sit through it quietly.
Yeah, like just to get it over with.
Yeah.
Listen, we will do stuff for the sake of doing stuff. Like just so we can get some. I don't know what it. Maybe it's a mental thing. Like dudes want peace so bad. Like we will compromise to whatever level we can just for peace.
I know. It is terrible.
Because it's like, you know what? I really don't. Fuck it. Let's do it. Because once this is over, it's over, and I can do whatever.
That's why our relationships are so one side. It's like she mad about every little thing. Like no. She voices everything that upsets her. You've been mad this long, and you only mentioned this much of it. You like the rest of this that's down here that you like it ain't even worth all that. But we like every single time. I want you to stop doing this. I want you to stop doing this. I want you to stop. How long you keep telling me till you stop doing it? Like I feel like that's why Chi-Chi, Vegeta, like Chi-Chi, Bulma, Videl, they give off like these. I feel like they give off these strong woman vibes, but it also makes them extremely undesirable because everyone's like, yo, why you put up with Chi-Chi like that? And I'm like, but Chi-Chi took care of the whole house.
Damn.
Goku's literally, I think people think that their relationship is toxic or bad, but Goku's actually allowed to live his best life.
Yeah.
Because Chi-Chi is crazy.
Right.
He's like, she gonna be mad no matter what. So I might as well. Like,
right, but at the end of the day, she understands that if I don't do this, we all might not be alive.
Absolutely.
So there's a balance to it, but she, at the same time, it's like, all right, nigga, get your ass on.
Yeah, like I feel, and I think that's what I love. I feel like Akira Toriyama has written some of the best female characters that we get to see because I feel like their balance, there's no doubt in my mind that Goku loves Chi-Chi. Yeah. Just like Chi-Chi loves Goku. Right. There's no way, first off, there's no way she would let him do what he been doing and they ain't never kissed before. Right. Let me just tell that right now. That's some love. Okay? But for you to raise this man's kids and continuously know that every day that Goku's like a cop. Like every time he leaves,
he might not come back.
There's no guarantee. And as well as your husband will call you from a whole ass different planet and be like, so shit went left. I'll see you in about 10 years, baby.
See you about 5-6 months.
Right. Right. And Goku's never came home to a different man in his bed. He's never came home to a different man in his house. He's never come home. Like Chi-Chi is loyal through and through and through. Like I will say, because Vegeta is around more than Goku is. Yeah. Like Vegeta understands that he has to stay with his family and be there. But the fact that, and it's not out of lack of trust for Bulma, that's just who he is. Yeah. But the fact that Goku is kind of like me, and you kind of knew this already. You knew this when you married me, and Chi-Chi's like, your dad's an idiot. That's just how it is. But I love this idiot. So this is where we are.
Yeah.
Like Chi-Chi's it is what
They're
it is
like,
attitude.
hey, solid dude.
Yeah.
He don't step out. He's
Right.
stupid.
You know he is. Right. But
He
you'll
don't
never
step
see it
out.
with another woman.
Right. You never see it with
Like-
another woman. He come home when I tell him to come home.
He does. He absolutely does. He follows orders.
Oh, he follows orders.
You can't even be mad about it.
And even though he the strongest nigga in the world, he
Yeah.
still know how to whoop
Whip
that
his
ass.
any day of the week. Like
I will drag you
like,
any day of the week with this frying pan.
The fact that even Goku takes time to go, Chi-Chi's gonna be pretty mad when I get back. You know what?
And he be bringing home the bacon.
Yeah.
The
Absolutely.
he come home with the stupid bag.
No, he does. He like, so I found this giant ass radish, and you're like, you don't even know how to guard. What? Like, how did you even? You're like, so there was 3 pigs outside.
Because you know the world owes him their life, so
they really do.
He just get the bag off real.
They really do. Like the fact that Goku probably just has zennies upon zennies because he keeps winning tournaments too.
Yeah.
Right? They have cash prizes. Goku just like claims them as like, here, Chi-Chi. Like,
yeah, he just take them home. Like,
literally, and they have their own farm, so they're self-sustainable. Like, you know, Gohan went out and had a job he worked for a while. Like,
yeah, and you see they live in lavish.
They absolutely, and I mean, whatever Bulma probably sends them.
And then Videl, you know, she was already balling because of that Mr. Satan.
Yeah, which is crazy in itself too. Like,
he's just balled, caked up out there.
That's why I think whatever her dad did too when he was alive. But I think, like, because, you know, Chi-Chi's always been a warrior.
Yeah.
But I think it's just mad interesting that as much as people want to talk, like, you don't see a lot of Chi-Chi hate.
Nah.
Like, you don't see
because ain't nothing to hate on.
There's no smear campaign against Chi-Chi, Bulma, Videl. I remember when Videl first came out, people weren't fans of her.
Mm-hmm.
But there is no smearage of the DBZ women. And I can definitely appreciate that. And I don't know if it's because their characters don't mean enough to DBZ fans, or as opposed to those characters don't feel like it's even worth.
They don't feel abnormal.
You know what? Outside of the people, the can he beat Goku people, the DBZ fandom is very calm, very quiet,
because it's like they just regular people who just happen to be abnormally strong. Like all these people are the most relatable, high powered ever. Like
absolutely. If we're ranking fandoms on best fandoms, I'm putting the Psyche K fandom because those people are just like, yo, this is all a lot. Like whatever y'all are doing, and I can get behind that as well. Like,
because I mean, until the Beat Goku side came out, DBZ fans was always just
normal people. Actually, I don't think I've ever asked, can anyone beat anyone? Like that came with quarantine weebs, I feel like, because I don't think I've ever talked like until One Punch Man came out. I don't think anybody was really doing this.
The most was if Superman and go because and those were like the 2 strongest people we knew at the time.
Absolutely, but no one cared.
No one cared
who actually was gonna win because first off, Goku doesn't do anything to win. Like he just loves to fight. That's just like if
he found out you strong. He trying to spar
at any point. Like
and you know, and just a little side. That's always been my argument for Saitama. Goku love to fuck around and find out.
That's
and he go now after that first round. It might be wraps for Saitama.
It might be.
But that first round,
you're absolutely
Goku gonna fuck around and he gonna find out. They gonna have to wish him back. And then round 2 gonna come in.
Absolutely. One serious punch is absolutely going to kill Goku. Body him. Absolutely. My man is laid out like school clothes. But I think
but after that, Goku mopping him because he didn't found out. Once Goku found out, it's rap. But he always fuck around. Look, Jiren, he fucked around and found out. Then he had to come back and whoop him. Frieza fucked around and found out. Then he had to come back. He just fucked around and found out with Cell. He didn't even get back.
Yeah, like
he always fuck around and find out first.
Yeah. Well, he had to make sure that Cell was like pussy enough for his son to take care of. Like that's really kind of what it was. Like he really looked at old boy.
Majin Buu had to fuck around and found out 3 times.
I'm so serious because Kid Buu was trying it. I mean, honestly, Majin Buu has got to be one of my favorite arcs. Like just the whole saga is one of my favorites. But I feel like Majin Buu really tested the limits of everyone.
He was the strongest villain. He's the only one. He technically didn't take an L because he's still here.
Yeah. Just the fact, also, but just that sacrifice episode with Vegeta.
Oh yeah.
was just enough for me. Like I would like every time I watch it too, I'll be tearing up. Like I just be like, you ain't even know what he was finna do. Like he tried to cut y'all off and he couldn't because he loved y'all. Like
No.
I honestly feel like if I were to tell anime fans what fandom to go to first, I would always say D. I feel like the same thing with
Because
like
they full of old people.
I feel like the same thing with Pokemon too,
Like
though.
yeah, because the old heads is a bunch of us old
I know
heads.
we're just calm. Like
It's just like because it's been in the recent years, it's been this stand on a hill
I know.
thing to everybody because it's like you said, it's a One Piece or Naruto, and it's like I like both.
I do.
Like I'm always 9 times out of 10 go to be the I like both of Wings or Flats. I mean I like both of them.
I feel like
why do I
be like it's chicken? Like
why do I gotta choose? Like,
I feel like
they're both equally delicious. Neither one of them tastes different to me. They're both equally delicious.
I feel like it's really no. You're absolutely right. I like hearing that One Piece fans don't like Naruto is crazy.
Like I would never voluntarily limit myself. Like only time I would limit myself is something I just straight don't like.
Yeah,
but like I'm no PlayStation or Xbox. I'm gonna get both. Like I like. Why would I limit myself?
I feel like it's so. I feel like it's strange too because it's one thing if you chose one because like all your friends have Xboxes. Yeah. Okay, all my friends have PlayStations. Okay, like all my friends have Switches. Okay, like and I feel like that's a sound decision. But for you, it's kind of like I feel the same way with the Samsung and Apple conversation.
Like I'm gonna just go with I got an iPhone not because I like iPhone more. It's just everybody had an iPhone. So far as and I run a business with these people. Yeah. So far as like communication wise, it's easier.
Yeah, that's I feel like that's me and like Twitch and gaming. Everyone's like, why you want to game on a Mac? I'm like, look, I play one game.
Yeah, like
everything's Apple across the board.
Once you said that, I was like, okay, it makes sense.
Yeah,
because that's all. But usually that's the first question because Apple sucks at gaming.
Yeah, they're not for
but
that.
Once you go, oh, because I only play Sims. All right, then the conversation's done after that.
Like we really just had a conversation. Like, well, when I get a new gaming laptop, you get my old gaming laptop. Cool. When I get a new Apple, like when I get a new laptop, you get my old Mac. Cool. Like I'm not paying for a gaming laptop and an iMac. I'm not doing that just to play Sims on both and then only stream from what? Guido. We don't have the funds to be making weird choices like that.
Everybody takes nobody just you can enjoy more than one thing. Like everything don't gotta be.
It's really just about usability. Yeah. Like I think that people have this very nasty habit of like trying to make you choose or trying to pick a side, which I do feel like kind of came upon in 2016, like the 2010s to closer to the 2020 era. I feel like it's when everybody in anime started to go
like grandstanding. Everybody just dying on hills for no reason.
Absolutely.
And I'm just sitting in the middle of both hills with a bowl of cereal. Like I don't know what y'all stressing about.
I feel like and I feel like it started with the Sakura hate. Yeah. It started with the Sakura is useless, and we were all like, well, no. He came out and stated that he's bad at writing female characters. Right. So Sakura's not useless. All the female characters in Naruto are bad. Yeah. Well, no. Sakura just sat there. Stop. So did Hinata. Hinata couldn't even talk to Naruto. Let's have this conversation. Like, let's get to where we need to be at.
Most of the females are trash. I mean, like
in Naruto, they absolutely
I'm not gonna lie. Kind of Tenten was the trashiest for me.
Absolutely, we finally get to see her in action, and Tamari fucking wrecked her shit.
Because all she did was scroll a bunch of
pull weapons out of scrolls.
It was just like that's
not to mention her group got held back a year because they believed they weren't.
At least Sakura can heal and punch the shit out of people.
And I think that's the other thing. Like, first off, I feel like
I'm not gonna lie. Sakura reminded me like of a crybaby version of.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like you just got like gorilla strength.
Yeah.
But like you just ain't the savagest.
Well, also what we found out was that Sakura was the critical thinker. Yeah. She was able to climb trees first, while the boys were terrible at it. I feel like everyone sort of had their own niche, and Sakura was very well known for being the smartest one, and that's fine. Yeah. I feel like people are people are forgetting that normally it's one or the other, or kind of right in the middle. While Sasuke was smarter, he also couldn't figure out how to get his chakra to get up the damn tree. Like he was and Naruto was just kind of like
he was just
going head first and all of it.
Kind of like he was that raw talent.
Yeah,
like he got the talent, but the nigga just stupid.
I think people. I feel like people want too many OP characters off Rift.
Yeah.
And then when we get these OP characters off, like our background, like the immortal life of the Demon King of the what is it? Right. Demon King, right? Yeah. Like I feel like
immortal life, the daily life of the immortal king.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, I feel like people they get mad when they see people like him. Yeah. Because they're like the character's OP. So
yeah, but they had this. Have you watched any of this?
I watched it for a bit, then I like fell off, but I gotta get back to it.
So like in this new season, they've been going through all these like different animations, like cartoons, old animes, but they had this like little thing in the beginning where I even to the point I'm still trying to figure out grasp fully what's going on with the animation and why they're doing it. They go, hey, they introduced a new character. We trying to like fuck over them sometime, and they go, hey, you want to know why you can't seem to catch on to what's going on here,
right?
Or like why you can't seem to catch a break and all the shit you trying to do? She like, why? You don't get what's going on with the animation. And I'll be like, the fuck is going on?
That's what you keep thinking about the whole time.
And it's like I'm trying to. I get that y'all referring to a lot of shit like Dragon Ball Z, like
it's
Pokemon.
Distracting as hell.
But it's like, what is the point to it? And y'all keep trolling me about me not getting the point of it, and they do it in different ways at the beginning of each episode.
I gotta watch season 2 then. And I think that that's something to be said too, though, because we get like Psyche K, who's like, I'm the strongest being in the universe, but I'm exhausted and I just want coffee.
Yeah, and my dude just want crispy noodles.
That's it. That's all they ever want.
And Shorty tried to pull up and take, so they did like a Food Wars joke. So Shorty tried to pull up and take old boy from her. Because we all know they like each other, everybody in the show. So she's like, I'm going to cook for him. You don't even know how to cook. So Shorty put together this lavish meal, opened it up. Dude was like, Shorty pulled up with crispy noodles.
Right.
I got lost.
I was going to say, you like, you did this for me?
Right. He's like, crispy noodles.
And I feel like that's something that like, and that's what I feel like with these characters, no one really wants to see the build, or they're angry that there is no build. And I'm like, you have to pick a lane. Or like people go, everything, this is just like Naruto. And I'm like, okay, Naruto is just like Dragon Ball. Okay, Dragon Ball Z is just like there's a formula and you have to accept it.
Right.
Because everyone knows that like certain things that don't fit the formula don't sell really. If you're looking for something that doesn't fit the formula, then fine.
But oddly enough, it's crazy because I was watching a review on a One Piece movie, and they were saying like One Piece is not your typical shonen; it's more of a comedy.
It is
type situation.
It's absolutely hilarious.
Like, I was like, it's definitely different. But like all animes are similar, but the different parts is what keep you there.
Yeah, I mean because you can't have one without the other. What makes Naruto so special is the fact that his underdog story isn't because he doesn't have any powers.
Right.
It's because people don't respect him enough to let him thrive.
Yeah, like he's just one of the strongest people in the village, but just don't fuck with it.
And then DBZ, it's an adventure story. He's not an underdog or anything. Like Goku's just really trying to like find the strongest person and fight him. That's really it. Like, and I feel like people kind of look. What I don't like now is that people are kind of trying to get a little too. Sometimes I feel like some animes are made to be taken at like
face value,
at face value, and I think that that's sort of something too that comes with people being like, well, I hope, and I'm not talking about like shippers and stuff like that. Yeah. I mean like legitimate people who are like sitting there
trying
who are
to
like
get to a psychological level with these characters, and it's like, all right, sometimes it just really might not be that deep. Like, don't try to get deep with the Moonden Rider. Like, he just a nigga who want to be a hero.
No, literally like, and I feel like that's kind of how I feel when like, so like, I think when My Hero Academia first came out, I feel like Midoriya is a trailblazer for crybaby heroes. Because we didn't have it so much, but all of us people who love shonen, we were like, when you gonna stop crying? When you gonna stop crying? But then I look back at it, and Midoriya really didn't cry that much. Like, it was just that he wasn't afraid to cry. Yeah. It's more of really what it was. We don't really see those type of main characters, like, oh my god, like,
Yeah.
and I think that that's the part that I mean, if you look at it, if you look at it, Midoriya kind of had a really good reason to be as bothered as he was, but it didn't really stop him. I mean, if you threw your first fucking thing and broke your damn arm and it's purple now, yeah, you'd be crying
Right.
too. And I like the fact that he was normal. Like, if I really kind of want to sit, like, at first when I was watching it, I was like, when is he gonna stop crying? When does it stop? But then when you really think about the psychological situation that he has to go through, everybody in the world has a quirk, like, but you. And then everyone's kind of like, well, Asta's the same way. And I'm like, but Asta has anti magic though. There's still something
that, and also like he still got something out of it. Like, you know what I'm saying? He still got a grimoire. Like,
yeah, as well as but he's also an orphan. Deku's really looking at his two parents with corks,
right.
And then being told that due to an extra bone in his toe, he doesn't have one. And like, that is something. First off, they break this to a 5-year-old, okay, or like he might have been younger than that,
who wanted to be the next greatest hero ever,
right? And that's, first off, it's a hard pill to swallow when also everybody around you is once again making it well known. Now, don't get me wrong, people with regular quirks do regular jobs too. Everybody doesn't have this call to action.
Yeah.
But I think the thing that upsets me the most and always had me kind of on tilt when it came to them was the fact that I felt like people try to give me Doria. They're like, yeah, he cries too much. He cries too much. And I'm like, I don't think he does cry too much. I think he cries an ample amount after you've shattered your arm in several places.
Right. Every time you use your powers, you break bones.
Yeah, and then for him not to even, I like the fact that he didn't pass. That he did not get into UA initially. Like, Uraraka was like, hey, yo, old boy really helped me. Like, I could have died. You know what I mean? Like, the fact that he sprang into action knowing that he didn't have any powers to help Bakugo, who had a quirk, and he was really about to be really ate by the sludge monster. I think that that's something too, and Bakugo kind of coming out and being like how he clearly has always been, because even Mitsuki says it. He's like, Bakugo's good at everything he does and everything he tries. So because of that, he gets a lot of praise for shit that really doesn't matter. So now he's got a big head. Right. This is just how he is. But the fact that he's able to, like, at first I was like, why are you even so mean to the kid without quirks? But it's because this kid without quirks is making these leaps and bounds that you can't even break and bring yourself to do. And that's what I like about Vegeta as well, is that you have to break those kind of characters fully down. They have to hit rock bottom to understand that it's okay, first off, to not be the best. Like, I know you've been told you have to be. I know you believe you should be, but
it just didn't. I mean, Vegeta's point, it just didn't make sense that Goku stronger than him.
No, it doesn't.
I think that's more Vegeta's hang up. Is like, how the fuck? Yeah. Like, I trained harder than this nigga.
Absolutely.
How?
What I like about characters like Vegeta, what I like about characters like Bakugo, and just other, and I'm just gonna say secondary MC, because I don't even feel like they're background characters. No, because even with Sasuke, he's like, how does this keep happening?
Right, like, you know what I'm saying? You can be like, oh yeah, Naruto, but I got a Susanoo, bro. Like he can call a fox, but I can call a big ass samurai. So it's like, what's up?
Like, and I think that was the other thing too. Like, Sasuke looking like, kind of when they got into the fight at the hospital, and like, you know, he sees with like the Rasengan's actual damage. First, like the small part, like he's like seeing a small water pour out the little hole. And then he kind of looks to the back of it and sees how, like, the actual real damage of what he can do. Like, that's the part that deeply upsets him, which is why I'm like, yeah, like, Sasuke deserved worse. He always has deserved worse.
Right.
Like, and honestly, Sasuke let his anger, just like Vegeta did, just like Bakugo did, they let their anger kind of, like, beeline and give them tunnel vision. If I can beat him, it doesn't matter. No one else can stop me. No one else. And I feel like, because Vegeta follows Goku so quickly, that's why he gets his shit rocked sometimes. And I'm like, you're not even looking around at the other people. Same thing with Bakugo. You're not even, like, he's like, I don't even give a fuck about Todoroki. This green hair bitch, like
you're not gonna be better than me.
Yeah, it's over for this shit. Like I'm like, bro, there's a whole ass man with 2 corks, like just like, and he's whooping your ass with just ice. He hasn't even used his fire yet. This is the diamond. This is the prominent, like, and I feel the same way for Vegeta. Like I'm like, you trying to be Goku, and Frieza is really on your radar. Like this is.
But I mean, for a minute though, it was because the reason being is because Goku being so strong that the second strongest, you know what I'm saying? It's not many niggas who can beat you neither.
No, right.
It takes some nigga who's stronger than both of y'all
Absolutely.
to beat you. So,
absolutely.
But plus, you know, nobody. He was whooping Frieza ass just as easily as
no, absolutely
Goku was. It's just now Frieza whooping it.
Yeah, no, that's just that he just built different. But I think that's just definitely something that's so interesting that we give, like, because even Sasuke, like, really, he was like, "Could beat Naruto." Everyone's like, "Orphan." Like you gonna...
but he like y'all don't understand this orphan like this.
But like
he turned up for real. Like don't let it fool you. Like
Shikamaru been put on though. Shikamaru like, what about that kid? You know what? I'm on my business. I don't have time for this. I'm kind of exhausted. And I feel like that's something too, like, you know, we thought Kiba was really gonna give Naruto that work. Yeah. And then like for Naruto to kind of slide by on a fart. Because like, but it was just like, but everyone's like, oh, he's stupid. I'm like, yeah, but that sense of smell is impeccable. Like that is like, he's a dog. Like what would you do to a dog? You know, you need to throw off their scent. Right. And I think that that's something too. Like I think we have these dumb MCs or these not as smart MCs, and then we have like, the problem is that the secondary MC is this cool, calculated, strong person, and it's like it's always some dumb person in orange. Like,
because they just free flowing. They let their instincts take over more. They
absolutely do.
Because remember, that was Vegeta's problem why he couldn't use Ultra Instinct, because he thinks too much. Whereas Goku he's an idiot, so he just out there fighting off instinct.
Yeah, I mean, Bakugo is the same way than Midoriya. Midoriya is like, he's like, what are you doing out there? He's like, my body moved. That's just what it is. And Bakugo's like, you almost died. Look at your arm. And he's like, but you were in trouble. He like, you almost died. I told you to take a swan dive in the first chapter. You almost died. Like, and I feel like it's the same thing with like Yuno and Asta too.
Yeah, like, it's like Yuno be like, thinking it out, and Asta just be out there fighting.
Yeah, like, and I think that that's what makes my secondary characters. Yeah. I like secondary MCs.
And then again, that aspect kind of helps him round out, because it's like Goku's like, okay, maybe if I add just a little bit more thinking.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. And then he gets a little stronger. Then Vegeta be like, all right, maybe if I just like relax,
absolutely,
let my instincts take over and really just be out there fighting.
Right.
Then he gets a little better, and then it's like, all right, Asta see. What's the name? He's like, you know, everybody like Asta start thinking, nigga. You'd be like, oh, maybe, you know, hold on, let me relax.
Right.
Let me think this out. Oh, now I'm moving different.
Yeah, like, and I think that's something that works out too.
You know, be like, all right, maybe I should just really just trust my powers and just really turn up in this bitch.
Yeah. I think that's something that comes with it. That's why I think secondary MCs are fire required, and like just. What I love about anime, I guess this will be our last point because we're almost out of time, but what I love about new anime is that you don't just have to love the one man.
Yeah, it's a lot of multi MC animes out there.
Yeah, I love that the MC doesn't have to be my favorite character. And then what I do like about where the anime community is going is that that's okay. Yeah. Like no one's mad at me that Inuyasha is not my favorite character. No one's upset, like, and that's real dope. Yeah. Like, I mean, we making movement back to the peaceful time.
Yeah, slowly but surely.
Thank God. No. This shit is exhausting.
So these people just decided not to be toxic about it.
I'm not about to be 30 arguing with you.
Just, like, I don't know. People just have a hard time accepting that opinions are just opinions. Like, you don't have. We don't. There doesn't have to be a uniform agreement. It's like. You can like what you like. I can like what I like. We both can move on.
The two words are "and" also. Those are the two words. Like I've been working on, and just in general myself as well, accepting other people's opinions just for what they are. I'm not always right. You're not always right.
It's an opinion. It's objective.
And also,
you know, like, hey, I like. Oh, that person trash. Hey,
And also, Vegeta is a hothead and also very good at being strategic
Right,
when it comes for battle.
you like what you like. I don't have to listen to it.
Listen,
I don't have to watch it.
The best thing my family has ever taught me is it's not for you.
Yeah,
or it's not like,
you like what you
I don't like what he's wearing. Well, it's not for you.
Right. I don't gotta wear it.
Yeah.
I don't gotta watch it.
No.
Gotta listen.
Literally.
Got it. This is why I rarely get into arguments about, and I don't like LeBron, I don't like Jordan. I mean, okay, that's your opinion. You probably like 70, but that's cool. Like, you got it.
I mean, at this point, I feel like because at this point in my life,
like,
you know,
I'm not about to. First off, I didn't watch enough of Jordan to argue with you. I seen Jordan highlights. I was like 10, like when he was going crazy. Like, I remember him, but like I seen LeBron from start to end, so of course I would think he better. Like,
I feel like that's something too. Like I know my husband went through it with the Patriots. He's a Brady fan. Everyone's like, that's because Brady's always won. And they're like, so what? Are you still a Patriots fan now that he left? And he's like, yes, I'm a Patriots fan. like he's like, even though they're losing, yes, because I'm a Patriots fan. Are you a Bucks fan too? Yes, because Tom Brady fan. Like, and I think we all have to accept our bandwagoners and accept our non-bandwagoners. So y'all be peaceful, and also just because you don't like these characters or you feel as though like you have a strong hatred towards them does not mean that they are bad characters. Your opinion is not definitive.
That's to you. It's your opinion.
Yeah, like it is not a fact. You have to kind of take it for what it is. If you don't like Sakura, fine.
And then agree to disagree.
Please. Because we really arguing, and for what?
Because think about it, everybody's stubborn, so nobody's not going to change. It might be a few people that might come, oh, I see what you're saying. But for the most part, everybody go down whatever the hill they stand on.
And these people aren't real.
Like, that too. Some people might really be trolling you. They might be fans of the same thing you are.
I know people who just say things. Some men just want to watch the world burn. Keep that in mind next time you arguing about someone say he can't beat Goku. They know you a DBZ.
What's that? Did I mention that on this podcast or the other one?
What?
No, I was like, I just.
Yeah, you did mention it. Yes, that was the other episode. No, you mentioned it on one of the episodes here. This anime things. You saying I just want to see terrible things. Yeah, they know you're an evil mastermind. That's said, cold, calculated. Like we know that. Okay, you're the person that you're just prepared to watch everything burn, and I will die on every single hill I stand on.
No, not everyone, but as far as like society, oh yeah, I'm ready. I'm waiting for it to crumble. Like, I'm ready. I don't know why, because I do know it, because we deserve it. So like, do we not?
Listen, and also, I don't agree, but I can see the end of humanity coming quicker than we plan on it if we don't learn to accept each other for who we are.
We deserve it.
Peace, love, and anime. Guys, have a good one. We'll see you next week.